Hello, today we're going to resolve a small investment apartment problem to make a decision if it is profitable to invest in this apartment or not. So first of all, we're going to build a page with all the information we need to know. First of all, the number of units, 20. We also have the rent that we will charge, which is $550. The rent growth, at 3%. Then we have the vacancy rate, because the building will not be all occupied all the time, so our vacancy rate is 11%. Then we have some expenses to take care of. So we have fixed expenses, variable expenses, and replacement expenses, which we're gonna call reserves for expenses. Oh, for replacement. Fixed expenses, we will assume $12,000. Variable expenses, $22,000. And reserve for replacement, $10,000. Now we will take into consideration some growth for all these expenses. Fees expense growth, variable expense growth, and the reserve account growth. All these three in percentage. So we have 3% in all of them. Then we have appreciation, have an appreciation of 10%. And now we're going to start, now we're going to find out the amount of money that we're going to need in order to buy this property. So we will have acquisition price, which is the actual amount of money that we will pay. The loan to value ratio, that will help us figure out the loan amount. And once we have the loan amount, we will be able, we need a mortgage interest rate. With all this information, we will be able to calculate a payment, a monthly payment, establish a long term, and also we need a depreciable base. Okay, so the acquisition price for our the acquisition price, as well as the loan amount and the loan payment and the depreciable base are dollars. So the acquisition price in this case is $1,200,000. Then we have the loan amount, the loan to value ratio of 75%. The loan amount will be calculated by multiplying the acquisition price times the loan to value ratio. Then the mortgage interest rate is a given percentage, which is 5.5%. We can increase the decimal points. Oops. We calculate the payment by using the function payment, then the rate, which is 5.5% divided by 12. The number of periods will be the long term times 12, and finally our present value will be the loan amount that we just calculated, and our loan term is 30. There you go. The depreciable base is of 85% equals the acquisition price times 85%. Now there are some other numbers that we need here in this first page. For example, the cost of recovery period, which is 27.5. We also have the cost of improvements, at time of purchase, which equals $25,000. Then we have some tax rates. The investors' tax rate on income, the tax rate on capital gain, we also have the tax rate on capital gain on the depreciation taken. The investors require tax rate of return. No, not tax rate. The investors require rate of return. Okay, all of these are percentages. Our first number is 33%, 15, 25 for the tax rate on capital gain and depreciation taken, and finally 10% on the investor's required rate of return. Then we will assume that our selling cost will be 6%. And finally, our holding period in years will be 3. Now that we have all this information, we will format all these numbers. So for example, rent road and vacancy rate are percentages, and that's it. We have built our very first page with all the information we need to calculate if buying this small apartment is a good investment or not.